Ro deserves crazy props for today. We spent the whole day today in Chagres National Park, which is just north of Panama City. And we spent it with Marc, who's our new absolute favorite Panama guy. He had this like sort of secret.
In a serious tropical rainforest. And that's the thing, even though it's raining right now, like these storms are very short-lived. Like it's already clearing up right now. And that's why it's so green and lush out here, is because it rains.
Yeah, he's right there. Let me see if I can see him. Oh yeah, he's there. Yo, what's going on, brother?
Oh, he's soaking wet.
Adi, open the door for him.
Okay. Oh, you're soaking. Hi, Marc. Come on in.
I was looking at birds a minute ago, and then the rain came. That's what happens when you're in the rainforest. It's good to see you guys.
Are you cooking for us? Are we gonna eat today?
We're gonna eat food that makes people cry when they eat it.
I'm so happy.
Well, we're going to the treehouse. We're here in Los Altos de Cerro Azul in the Chagres National Park.
Sweet.
This is the watershed for the Panama Canal, which runs on fresh water. So we're in a cloud forest, and it can rain like this, and it can be sunny. And we're at about 2,000 feet above sea level, and it's the most optimal altitude for health. And one of the big things is the water is very healing. It cleanses us outside, and you're gonna see something very spiritual today, I believe. And we also wanna clean ourselves inside. And so the food, we believe in eating life, being part of life, and eating things that are gonna add to our life. You're gonna meet the chef, Ross Joe, today. We're gonna go to the waterfall first.
Oh, we're going to a waterfall.
Take a swim, jump off of a sacred rock.
That's it. Oh, come on, what's the name of this river?
The waterfall is called Vigil, which is like Vigil. So it's like a reverence. And you'll see what it's like when we get there. It's a place of reverence. Actually, it's very emotional because you actually re-enter the womb of Mother Earth.
We are going to enter and exit the womb of Mother, which I didn't really know what that meant because I've done that once in my life before. I don't remember anything. I don't really know what happened. So I was just like, okay, let's do it.
I don't get it. So beautiful. Oh my God.
Look at that. Look down here, Eddie.
But what we want to do is we want to take a swim and go across to the waterfall. I call it a ceremony because when I first did this, I was moved emotionally.
Yes.
And I felt like this whole power kind of going through me of a cleansing. In a Native American ceremony, you're returning to Mother Earth to be reborn. These are actually ancient places of gathering.
That's what I was going to ask you.
So people were here gathering, Native American people here before, and when you go up to that little platform where we jump off, you can see that people have been jumping there for probably hundreds or thousands of years. And so there's a special connection here that Native people have to the earth that continues after we take the people were removed.
Just his entire lifestyle and mindset is incredibly inspiring because in many ways at this point in my life, I'm trying to sort of find a cohesive concept of my own ideas about what I think about life. So I just feel super, super lucky to have met Marc because I think he's going to take us on an experience that will last a lifetime.
We're gonna sit in a cave under the waterfall.
There needs to be a little bit of surprise. Just have faith in yourself and the journey, and we'll get there.
I thought we were just gonna be diving off the waterfall, which is, of course, what Ro did. But then we jumped into the water, and he told us beforehand what we were going to do a little bit, but he didn't really explain how intense it was gonna be.
It's not until you get to this rock that you really realize like how rather frightening this whole experience was because it's only then that you realize the power of the water. The rocks are kind of slippery, you walk through and then you're just blind. There's nothing, my hair's all on my face and it's just like thundering water just beating down on your face.
It was a terrifying moment. The water's pounding down on my head and he was like, just reach your hand out and you'll find me behind the waterfall. In that one moment, I turned back and I looked at Ro before we went in and I was like, dude, I'm losing it. I reached my hand in and he just grabbed it and like pulled me right behind the waterfall into this crazy cave. There's like a little cavern behind the water.
The girls were so scared, and I was scared myself too, but I have my GoPro in my hand, so I have to tape them and catch the most amazing moments of it. But it was hard for me because I was scared as well.
You're excited, and then you're scared, and then finally when we all made it in, we all just started screaming with like delight because, you know, it's like we made it. But the turning point was really when Marc started chanting, and then we all just sort of entered this hypnotic trance of listening to him chant, and it was all of a sudden super calming.
When I opened my eyes, we were all just holding hands like so tight and so close because we were frozen. And Marc was just there and just, I don't think I can put it into words, but I feel so privileged to have had that opportunity. We just sat there for a few minutes and sort of looked at each other and listened to the sounds of the falls.
I didn't even really know how I felt, and I still kind of don't really know how now, other than it was just this really surreal experience.
That experience, that moment, I don't know if I felt anything like that in my life. I think skydiving was close. It's a similar feeling when all the adrenaline in your body is just shooting. When you go through an experience like that, with that kind of adrenaline rush, the rest of your day is a breeze because all the muscles in your body are exhausted. Emotionally, you feel like completely cleansed and you can do anything.
Woo! Wow. Honestly, I gotta say, I'm so proud of you girls.
Thanks, bro.
You guys push your limits on this one.
Thank you.
I push my limits.
Who's this guy? Is this your friend?
Hey, Joe, Rastafarian. Yes, I. This is the reason why we're here.
Yes, I.
Rodrigo.
Yes. You guys ready? I came to pick you up to go have some delicious vegan, vegetarian Rasta food, you know?
Oh my God.
So ready.
So let's get it on before it gets dark.
Okay, welcome to the treehouse.
You live
Yes.
here. This is,
In the jungle, yeah?
and you got the tunes going. Hey!
Party over here. Whoa. Well, we're gonna have some rice and peas with coconut. We're gonna do some curry coconut. How does that sound? All right.
So appropriate that we're having it at the end of today because of what we went through together today, the waterfall. I feel like this is like the perfect culmination of everything that we've learned so far from you and kind of from Panama.
Marc was a really interesting person to meet, and that's what I love about traveling like this, is that you end up meeting these characters that have such a great impact on your life.
It's been great, having you guys. And like I said, from the surf class, it's just beautiful for us to share with other people, and I'm glad you came to follow us up here up the mountain. So this is all created by love, and that's what carries us through, and that's what's going to help us, all of us, in this world, so
Be better.
to be better, and love what you're doing, and love how you're being, and love the life you live. So just want to.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yes.
Life, yeah? Life is love, yeah? Thanks.
Yeah. If you guys come to Canada, bring coats.